Welcome to our podcast about the Industrial Revolution. Today, we're diving into a transformative period in history that reshaped societies around the globe. Beginning in the late 18th century, this era was marked by remarkable innovations and drastic changes in how goods were produced, how communities were structured, and even how people lived their daily lives. We'll explore key inventions like the steam engine and discuss the social implications, including child labor and urbanization. Join us as we unravel the fascinating world of machines and modern industry. The Industrial Revolution began in Great Britain for several significant reasons. First, it was endowed with abundant natural resources, particularly coal and iron ore, essential for powering the new machines and constructing factories. Additionally, the British Empire had access to numerous colonial resources, which provided raw materials and new markets for finished goods. Political stability in Britain at the time also played a critical role, allowing entrepreneurs to invest in new technologies without the fear of major disruptions. This environment laid the groundwork for unprecedented advancements in manufacturing and industry. One of the cornerstones of the Industrial Revolution was the invention of the steam engine, improved by James Watt in the late 18th century. Watt's enhancements made the steam engine practical for a range of uses, heavily impacting factories, locomotives, and steamships. This invention revolutionized transportation and production, enabling faster movement of goods and people across great distances. As factories sprung up, they relied on steam power to animate machines that had previously been powered by human or animal strength. One of the most significant inventions of this time was the cotton gin, created by Eli Whitney in 1793. This machine efficiently removed seeds from raw cotton, allowing for greater production. However, the cotton gin had an unintended consequence: its efficiency heightened the demand for slave labor in the American South. The cultivation of cotton became central to the Southern economy, perpetuating and intensifying the system of slavery in the United States. While discussing the Industrial Revolution, it's crucial to address the dark reality of child labor. Many young children toiled in factories under harsh conditions, often for very long hours and minimal pay. Although laws were enacted in later years to protect children, during the early stages of the Industrial Revolution, child labor was rampant. Children worked in often dangerous situations, exposing them to injuries and toxic environments. This era really highlighted a tension between industrial growth and ethical labor practices, a discussion that continues today. Another pivotal moment in transportation was the debut of the first successful steamship, Robert Fulton's Clermont, in 1807. The Clermont traveled the Hudson River from New York to Albany, marking the beginning of a new era in commercial river transportation. This innovation facilitated trade and travel, enabling goods to move more efficiently than ever before. As factories emerged, traditional ways of life shifted dramatically. The factory system, characterized by mass production and the mechanization of labor, led to an influx of people moving to urban areas in search of jobs. This mass migration resulted in rapid urbanization, creating new social classes: the industrial capitalists, who owned the factories and machines, and the factory workers, who sold their labor. This shift not only changed economic structures but also brought about social challenges. Over time, the need for better labor conditions became apparent, giving rise to labor unions and reform movements that sought to improve the rights of workers. Speaking of industry, we can't ignore the Bessemer process, invented by Henry Bessemer in 1856. This innovation revolutionized steel production, making it faster and more economical by blowing air through molten iron to eliminate impurities. The availability of cheaper steel facilitated the construction of skyscrapers, bridges, and railways, significantly reshaping the urban landscape. With the development of infrastructure, entire cities transformed their skylines. While the Industrial Revolution primarily began in Great Britain, it didn't remain confined to it. By the early 20th century, other European countries and the United States began adopting industrial practices. Initially, some regions lagged behind due to a lack of coal resources or technological expertise. However, as knowledge spread and industries grew, various nations embraced the changes brought by industrialization. The Second Industrial Revolution followed, roughly from 1870 to 1914, bringing even more revolutionary advancements, including the electric power industry, the internal combustion engine, and the assembly line. These innovations led to the mass production of consumer goods, such as automobiles. As a result, the landscape of both production and consumption dramatically changed, giving rise to modern economies that are still a defining characteristic of our world today. To wrap things up, the Industrial Revolution was a fundamental turning point in history. From the steam engine to the cotton gin, each invention contributed to transformation on a massive scale. We explored the harrowing realities of child labor that emerged alongside new technologies, the socioeconomic shifts leading to new social classes, and the innovations that paved the way for modern industrial practices. Understanding this period is essential, not only for grasping the past but also for recognizing how it shapes our present and future. Thank you for joining us in this exploration of the Industrial Revolution. We hope you found it insightful and engaging. Remember, history teaches us valuable lessons about the complexities of progress and innovation. Be sure to tune in next time as we continue to delve into fascinating historical topics that shape our understanding of the world. Until then, keep questioning and learning.